Hi guys, so today we are going to talk about my analytics, of course, because this is the weekly review, so I'll get to my analytics at the end of the video. But the first part of the video, I'm actually going to talk about, I've had an epiphany lately or an aha moment, and something just came really full circle for me regarding YouTube and you and your success on YouTube. So I'm really excited to share that. It is coming from my woo-woo side, so you guys will get to see my woo-woo side today, which I don't release out so often. In my consulting meetings, I've been meeting with a lot of people, and I seem to be attracting spiritual people to this channel and really passionate people. And so I feel comfortable actually sharing something that has just profoundly impacted me with regards to how to help people to succeed on YouTube. So I want to share that with you guys today, which is going to be really vulnerable for me, just to let you know. It's stepping into something I don't usually step into, with a very strict upbringing and for other various reasons that I've had to decondition out of myself. But I'm doing it for you guys because I can't keep this a secret any longer, or this wisdom that I gained recently a secret, because I think it will really help you, is my point. So this might be a little bit of a long-winded video today, and that's why I'm standing, because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this out there, and I'm excited about it, so I can't sit still, and I wanted to go for a walk, but it is pouring down rain, hence the fro hair. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. When I was a little girl, I always felt different. I always felt out of place, and I felt like I was born in the wrong time frame. Like I wasn't meant to live in the era that I was living in. I felt like I belonged in some other era. Like I just never felt at home in my human environment or around humans. I felt at home in nature. I felt at home in the woods. But when it came to being around people, I was always off in the corner by myself, reading books or picking up trash, or it's just a very quiet child. There was something else really different about me that I realized quickly that other people didn't feel this way. And that was, I saw people very differently than other people saw them. Every person I almost felt like I saw their soul. I saw their beauty, their talents, their capabilities. I saw the true essence of those people. But what I also saw, and a lot of people when I was this age just told me, because I was sensitive, I was an empath, that's why I was seeing these things, and it wasn't really there. And so, but what I saw, when I saw people walking around as a child, and still to this day, I saw people in different forms. And the best way I can explain it in a visual way is I saw people that were either bubbles, like light and poppy and floating, very, their energy around them was very, I don't want to say happy, but light energy. And not light as in bright lights like the sun, light as in weightless, like feathers. And other people I saw very dense, almost, I called them block people. They look like blocks to me. And when I would scan a room or wherever I went, the blocks really stood out to me, the block people. And the block people, I couldn't let them go. If I was in a room with a block person, in my mind, I had to do something about it as a child. And I think when we're children and when we're toddlers and even babies, we see people in this way, bubbles and blocks. We might not describe it that way, but for me, that's how I describe it. And we go to the people that are blocks because we want to bring them to the bubble side. We want to let them, because when you're a bubble, I feel like you're living in you're living in the moment, you're present, you're loving life, you're appreciative, and you're happy. When you're a block, something is being constricted, constrained, pressing down on you, not allowing you to be yourself, not allowing you to step into your true personality. So when we see blocks in life, it pains us, or it pained me as a child. So I always wanted to go to those people. And as a child, I did. And I never had a bad experience when I did. But I had a bad experience from the adults around me. They were very uncomfortable with what I was doing. And this is what I was doing. I would go up and I would hug them. I would just go hug them. And as a kid, you could get away with this, I've done it as an adult too, and it's been successful. But as a kid, you could get away with it. And I would go up and I would hug someone. And when I hugged them, at first they would be tense, and then they would just they would just relax. And they would relax into my arms. And oftentimes that's all it took. A little hug, maybe 2 to 3 seconds, not very long. They usually would look at me with such gratitude and thank me for seeing them, or thank me for caring, or something along those lines. And they didn't always say it verbally. I could read it from them, right? None of them ever were like, get away from me. Like, oh, this is awful. I never experienced that. Every single time I did it, I would be received with love. And I would be giving love. Essentially, that's what it is. Basically, you're seeing someone. You're letting them know, I see you. I see you are struggling. I want to offer my positive energy. I want to offer you a place to let you know that you are seen. I think we do all have that ability. I really do. I think that we condition it out of ourselves, or society conditions it out of ourselves. My point is this. We need each other. I'm going to get emotional. We need each other. We need each other to help each other, right? Those people needed me in that moment. I was put on this earth in that moment with that person in order to make them realize that they are beautiful and that they deserve to speak their voice. Their opinions matter. Their emotions matter. Everything about them matters, right? And they deserve, just as everyone else, to be heard, to be seen, to live their passion, to be whoever they are, whatever that means to them, right? And so sometimes in life, we aren't able to do that on our own. We need other people to bring us to that point, right? So we need other people to help us. And your gift, whatever it is, whatever is special about you, mine was bubbles and blocks, right? Whatever your unique gift is, you must release that. Because if you don't, you are doing a disservice to this world. If I didn't hug that person in that moment, what could have happened? Some might say nothing much, but to me, I know that had a profound impact on that person. I saw it in their eyes. I felt it in their body language, and I've experienced that myself as well. When someone finally sees you, when you haven't been seen for so long, right? So I just want to express that if anything is holding you back with getting on YouTube, or you're not presenting your stuff from your true voice because you're worried if your true voice shows, people won't like it, show your true voice. Because it's your gift. The way you deliver things is your gift. That's what you're meant to do. That's why you're here on this earth, right? And, forget all the other stuff. Like, every time I step into my true self, I rise up. I become empowered. I become confident. I'm in flow. That's what I feel. I feel like when you step into your true self, you are in flow, okay? And life just works out. And if life throws something at you, you know that that was meant for you, and that you need to overcome in order to step even more into who you are. Because every time we fumble and fall, it's teaching us more about ourselves. And we can either resist that and hide and run back and go away, or we can step into it and be like, wow, I learned this about myself in this experience, and I like who I am. I like what I just learned about myself, and I'm going to take that into the future, and I'm going to be more incredible. I'm going to be more passionate. Okay, so that's a little bit of a background. Now I'm going to share 3 stories. So I told you this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry, you guys, but I think it's so, so important. So this is the woo-woo side. Obviously, that side was a little bit woo-woo too. I see energy. I see people as bubbles and blocks, right? I'm sharing this with the world. I have never shared this with, more than 5 people, right? Okay, so being vulnerable, see? But I bet you are relating to me. I bet more so than someone who just spits out, you need to do this, 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 and this on YouTube to succeed, right? So that's why I want to walk my talk. I want to prove to you that you gravitate towards people that are honest, sincere, tell their truth, live their purpose, walk their talk, and I want you to do the same, because I believe if you do that, it will bring success to your life in more than one way, like many ways. So I have 3 stories I'm going to share with you today about this topic. And the first one is actually a dream I had about you all, about my viewers. And I do shamanic journeying. And it's basically like you go into a trance-like state, kind of like meditating, but I actually do it walking, so I'm not like a zombie or anything. And then you go into, your heart takes flight, basically. It's called like a soul flight. And you go and you speak to spirit guides. Yeah, it sounds cuckoo. It is cuckoo. But I love it and it works. So you know what? If something's cuckoo and it works, I'm going to take it. And, some people might say you're just talking to yourself. So maybe I'm just talking to myself. That's fine. Whatever. It works for me. So I'm going to share what happens. But as a shamanic practitioner, my dreams are very powerful. And I get visions in my dreams all the time. I'm very cognizant of that and I pay attention to them. So the dream I had was, there was 2 people, a pop star and a folk guitar player, I think like a Jewel or Sarah McLachlan or something like that, right? The pop star was, singing pop songs. He was just an average singer, nothing special, but he rose to fame, and he had a million people in his audience and screaming and cheering for him. And he was kind of like your Justin Bieber, right? In the corner, in this little hole in the wall, like actually dug out in a hole in the wall, in a kind of a dark shadow, was this younger woman, I would say probably in her 30s maybe, strumming guitar. His music was really loud, in your face, and everyone's jumping and, clapping like woohoo. And her music was like, what is that? I hear something. And so I walked over and I saw this woman was playing, and her music was like angels singing in your ear. Gave me goosebumps in the dream. It was the most beautiful music I had ever heard in my life. And she was just crying as she played, like her tears streaming down. She wasn't like boohoo crying, but tears were streaming down her face, right? And the whole time she was singing her songs, she was staring at that pop singer. And she was just looking at him like, why you, not me? Why are you there with all those people with your average talent? And I am here with this incredible talent and no one sees me. And the dream ended, and it said, before it ended, this is how they feel. Because I've been asking myself, what are my viewers feeling? What are they thinking? How can I help them? Just constantly in my head thinking of like, how can I do better? Like, what can I do better for them? And it said, this is how they feel. So this dream is significant for a certain reason that I will get to soon. So that was dream number one. It was like an introduction into what my viewers are feeling. And you may or not be feeling that, but the majority of you might be feeling that, like, why are they there? They're just average. I have a talent. I've been honing this for 20 years and I'm not getting seen. So that was basically the whole overall gist of feelings. Okay, so then I went on a journey, which is what it's called when you do shamanic journeying. I went on a journey, and my intention of the journey was, am I in the right spot? The universe seems to be telling me that this is right, because my YouTube channel was doing really well, so it all felt good. But I still had this little sense of doubt in me, like, is this the right way for me to reach people to release their passion? Because I do think my purpose in life is to help people step into their best selves and really express themselves in a way that allows them to live their best life. And so I went on this journey and I was like, am I doing the right thing? Is this where I'm supposed to be right now at this point in my life? So I land in a place that is like a concrete, I would say like a giant basketball court or a giant parking lot with no lines or anything. And I walk through the parking lot, and then when I come out of kind of a parking lot cave, I'm in a prehistoric land. So I'm in a prehistoric land. It's very dry, desert-like. It made me think like Mad Max. It felt like a Mad Max scene. All of a sudden, a pterodactyl comes and picks me up. So I told you I was going to get weird today. Why am I telling this to you guys? I have no idea. Okay, and I'm blushing. See, I'm being vulnerable. This is very scary for me. I might not seem scared, but this is like, I know some people are going to think I'm absolutely nuts when I share this with you guys. Okay. But I don't care, because this is who I am. I am a little crazy. But you know what? We're all a little crazy. And if I don't show my crazy, you can't show your crazy, right? I'm showing it so you can show yours too. Okay, so a pterodactyl picks me up. I ride on the pterodactyl's back and we fly over this landscape. It's very dry. I'm just seeing like vultures like squawking or whatever they do, like caw, 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 and like it feels very empty, dry, dead. And we fly up really high and we end up on this amazing meadow. It's like lush. Compared to the desert dryness, it's lush, it's beautiful, huge ferns, like a massive plants, absolutely beautiful meadow. And at the top of the meadow, it's like a kind of like a little knoll or a hill. And at the top of the meadow, I realize it's a cliff. On the other side is a sea-like cliff, cliff's edge. And there is water, I think, like 2 miles down. It is so high, this cliff. But it is so beautiful. And for me, it represented, yes, you're doing the right thing. You have made it to this height. You have gone from the desert dry, no man's land to this space with YouTube or whatever, like the growth I was experiencing in that moment. And so I was like, okay, so I got up there. There was no guides or anything around. So I was like, I'm here for guidance. Am I in the right place in life right now? When I asked that, a warm wind passed over me, like a very warm wind compared to the climate I was in. So I was like, okay, so I am in the right place. That's good. Do you have any guidance for me in how to progress, to go from, where do I go from here, basically? And the wind, I was speaking with the wind element, and he said, jump off the cliff. And I was like, okay, I know I won't die in a journey. Like I know I won't die. But I was thinking, okay, I made it to this cliff. I made it to this beautiful meadow. It's amazing up here. It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. Everything is happy. Birds are chirping. I love this spot. I want to stay on this spot. I finally made it to this spot and I'm happy, you know? And the wind is telling me, yeah, jump. And so I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to jump just yet. Maybe I sit in this meadow for a little while, right? And then the wind really picked up and it was on my back and the cliff was in front of me and it was like pushing me towards the cliff's edge. And I was like, okay, stop. I was like, if I'm going off that cliff's edge, it is going to be Thelma and Louise style and I'm going to run my butt and just jump. So I backed up, the wind stopped, I backed up and I was like, okay, let's see where this takes us. Journeys are so interesting. Let's see where this goes. So I back up and I run as hard as I possibly can. And I am screaming like Braveheart style, like going into war. Like I just am screaming and yelling and it feels so good. And I jump and I drop and I drop and I keep dropping and I keep dropping. And I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like seriously? I was up at that high knoll and now I'm dropping. And I was just dropping and dropping and dropping. And I was like, seriously, is this what it's going to, I'm just going to splat on the ground. Like that is what I jumped off for. Like that was my next step with YouTube, to splat. And right before I like hit the ground, right before I think I'm going to splat, this wind picks me up. And it shoots me up. I don't know, what is it called? Like an updrift? Whatever, I don't know what it's called. But it shoots me up and I fly past that knoll, that, you know, beautiful meadow with that cliff that was like heaven. Like I'd reached the top of life, right? I shoot way past that, keep going up. That starts to get so tiny, it like becomes a speck. And I shoot through another layer of clouds and fog. And I end up on this really high meadow, similar to the other one. But now everything is like so clear. Everything is so bright. And, you know, like I could look, like I've had glasses my whole life. So I never really see everything as amazing 2020, even though glasses are supposed to do that. I don't really feel like I ever see anything 2020. But in this space, I could see like the dew on the leaves of the tree. Like it was, everything was crystal clear. Like nothing I'd ever imagined. I never imagined life could be that good. Like that felt like heaven or something. It was so intense that it was almost painful for the eyes or the body to experience, because we never expect such amazing life, right? We never expect we could actually have that. We might see other people having that, but we never expect that we could have that. And so I was experiencing something like that. So I was up on this high knoll and I was just like, oh my God, this is breathtaking. Like, is this where I'm meant to be, or like what? And when I asked that question, I didn't get an answer, but this old lady in a very tattered dress came up to me and she grabbed my arm and she led me down the hill from that knoll. And when she led me down the hill, she led me to a panel of judges. It was like 5 men sitting in a row and they were discussing, like she put me in front of them and I was like, should I ask them something? And she just like was like, shh. And so I was just standing there and they were like looking at me, discussing. They told her to leave and they looked at me and they said, get your butt back up there. And so, and they didn't use those words, but that was the energy of which they were telling me, like, get back up there. You belong up there. And there is no question in our minds, get up there. So I turned around and I walked back up that hill and I was like, okay, I'm meant to be in this incredible spot. I don't know what I do with that information, but now I see that there is more than that meadow below where I had reached in life with, you know, with what I was experiencing with YouTube and the instant growth and all the amazing love I was feeling. Like that felt like the highest point in my life. And this journey was trying to show me, you have no idea. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Like, keep going, keep going. You are going to go down before you go up, but keep going. And I thought that was really interesting because I've also seen Alex Hormozy talk about this in business. Like, you know, the beginning, it's fun, it's a ride upwards, and then you kind of plateau, and then all of a sudden you drop down, and that's where it gets hard. That's where it's like, okay, I really need to keep committing to this. I really need to keep doing this. It's going to be hard, but I know if I keep with it, I will succeed. So there's this drop in the process. And I think that is what that jumping off the cliff represented. Are you really going to do this? Are you willing to face this? There is going to be extreme times where you are like screaming and jumping off a cliff, and then you will rise up higher. So I thought that was, I think, the gist of this journey, right? And the reason I'm telling you this is because of this next story. And by the way, a pterodactyl came and brought me back home. If you're wondering, if you're wondering how I got from the high cliff back home to reality, yes, a pterodactyl took me home. Okay, so I had that journey first. Then I had the dream. So I'm actually telling you them out of order, but I think it's important to tell you in the order that I'm telling you. So I had the journey. Then I had that dream, because in that journey I was like questioning, am I in the right space? What do my parents like? What am I doing the right thing? Am I reaching the people I want to reach? And then it was the dream about what your people need. And then the third journey, or the journey I took after that, it was with the intention of, what do my viewers need? What do they need me to show them? What can I use your guidance for, universal guidance, to help show them what they need to succeed on YouTube or to thrive or whatever? What do my viewers need is what I was asking in the next journey. So I went on another journey, and it was the same thing, thump. I landed on this huge concrete jungle-like floor with nothing, like a parking lot, and it was very dark. And I walked out of the cave of parking lot, and I entered the prehistoric world again. And it was the same. This time, I was picked up by 2 pterodactyls. One, and they hooked their neck under my armpits. So they were 2 flying me up. And it was almost like they were an extension of me. Like I was leaning on them to get somewhere else. I think that's what it was showing or signifying. And in this journey, I was basically you all, right? I was asking for my viewers, what do they need? So I went for a journey for you. So in this journey, it's like you guys are traveling this journey. I'm just using my body to travel for you. Okay, so anyway, they were an extension of my body. I'll speak about it as if it's me, but it's for you. Okay, so they're an extension of my body, which it shows to me that I can get to new heights. You can get to new heights by depending on others, by leaning on others. Okay, so the pterodactyls flew me up to the same meadow. And in this meadow, I was like, okay, so my viewers are capable of getting to this meadow too. That's what you're saying. Like, is that what you want me to know? There was some warm wind. So I was like, okay, so they're capable of getting here. And then all of a sudden there were rabbits everywhere, like rabbits, just like multiplying all around me, fuzzy little rabbits, friendly rabbits, like everywhere. And I was like, how did these rabbits get here? Like, they don't seem very prehistoric, and there are millions of them, and they keep multiplying. So I was like, okay, I know rabbits represent fertility. They represent adaptability because they can pivot so quickly when they're running. They're quick on their feet. So I was like, okay, I was thinking all these things. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't understand the message here. They populate quickly. I was like, I don't really get it. Maybe the viewer will get my viewer will get lots of people following them. I don't, and it will multiply quickly. I don't know. I didn't get it. So I was like, can you please provide more information, because I don't understand this metaphor. If you could show me in a different way. And what happened next was this incredible, like, sun goddess type person came kind of floating down from from the sky, from the ether. She just appeared. And right away when I saw her, I knew she represented soul energy. Like, she represented higher self. It was something like that. I think it was like their higher self. So it was like I was looking at my higher self. And so I was like, okay, higher self. And she connected with me in some manner. Like, she looped her arm with my arm. And then we flew up to that other knoll, that other high cliff area, right? We didn't drop down on the journey. We just went straight up to the next level. And I also think that's significant. Okay, so we are up there, and she is with me, connected up there. And I was just like, okay, so are you telling me that in order for people to go from where they have lots of followers and they're happy and they feel good, like I did when I was on that knoll, they need to really connect with their spirit self, with their higher self, connect with who they really are deep down inside, and that will take them to higher heights. And she looked at me like, exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I was like, okay, I get it. So I need to help my viewers release their inner self, reconnect with their soul purpose, right? Which is something I would love to do. Like, that's my whole purpose. Then we started walking down the hill, and it turned into like a corkscrew of walking down this cliff. Now, if the other knoll that was a layer down before was like 2 miles above the sea, this one was like 500 miles above the sea, right? So we're walking down this spiral, and it was very dirt and brown, and we just kept walking down this spiral. And it was like forever to get to the bottom. And all along the way, I was like, okay, oh my God, the journey to that cliff, to up there, to that layer of amazing, awesome opportunities, brilliant life is so far. Like, if the base prehistoric land I walked into was our base, basically as humans, that seemed inachievable. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed way too far away as we were walking down. And I got to the bottom and I was like, if people are feeling like they're at this level, I have no idea how to inspire them to get to that level. And she looked at me and she was like, they could walk that spiral up to the top. They could get up there that way. And that's how most people do. And they stop and they don't keep going because they get tired. Or, and she hooked her arm in mine, we flew up to the top together, united, higher self, human self, heart and soul, united. We got to the top like that. So the moral of this story to me, and all of this half hour of talking about this, sorry you guys, is connect with your truth. Connect with who you are and who you are meant to be and who you were born to be, and you will succeed almost effortlessly if you connect with your soul and your purpose. It is going to still be challenging to build a business and build a YouTube channel and do all these things, but it will be much easier than walking that corkscrew of a path up millions of miles, right? You will connect with your soul and you will fly. So, there you go. That's my woo-woo side. With that said, I may have lost a ton of viewers. I don't know, or maybe I've gained more respect from you. Who knows? But time will tell. I do think there's a valuable lesson in there. And whenever you look at the greats in life, the people that are really succeeding, that really made it, they always say that it's like their success is a result of going against the norm. Like, go against the grain. Like, do things differently. Don't do them as expected. Do them as you expect to do them. Do them as you want to do them. So if you want to make your channel and you're holding back, don't hold back. Seriously, don't hold back. Be you. And I think by stepping into you, you will also be so much happier. Because we all know deep inside ourselves, we all experience this. Like, you know better. You know better than what society is telling you. You know more than your doctor knows about your body. You know the truth. You might need people's wisdom and guidance, but deep down, you know what you're here for and you know what you're supposed to do. Even if you say in your mind, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. You know. Trust me, you know. You just need to remember. And by stepping into who you are, even if you don't feel like you know who that is, just try it. And as you try, you will start to uncover bits of yourself, what you like, what you don't like, and then keep doing more of the stuff you like and start dropping off the stuff you don't like, right? And you will expose your soul and you will shine bright and life will be amazing if you do that. Every time we resist who we are, life sucks. It really sucks. And because we're lying about ourselves. And when we lie about ourselves, people can sense that. People can sense when you're fake. People can sense when you're lying because it makes them feel gross and icky, right? So if you are who you are and you show up for YouTube, who you are, expressing your passion and your knowledge and your wisdom for a certain topic, and you're aiming to help other people. Remember the beginning of this talk where when I hugged people, we united and we needed each other. By hugging her, I made her feel better. By her hugging me, I felt better because I was helping someone. So we need each other. So by expressing yourself, you are helping other people to express themselves later and be better and be happier and all of these things. And the one thing I want to say that I didn't say about the dream is that the problem with the girl in the dream, or the issue with her, the reason why she was in that hole was because she didn't believe in herself. That boy on the stage, the pop star who had an average voice, he had so much confidence in where he wanted to go. He was stepping into his soul and his spirit, and he was united with his body, mind, spirit, or whatever you want to say. He was himself, and he was going for it, and he was reaching success. And she was singing quietly. She was hidden in a corner. She was beautiful and radiant, but she was so hidden. her soul was hidden. It was so quiet. It was like, what is she saying? What is she singing? But when you listened, it was golden. It was beautiful. It was like, gave goosebumps all over the body. So if she would have just raised her voice a little bit, just a little bit, and stepped a little out of that cave and into the space. You know, the cave was absorbing all of her singing. It was like when she was singing, it was just getting sucked into the darkness because she was hidden. She was hiding from people. But if she would just step out and release that and show that to the world, things, 2 seconds, she would have been successful. With that voice, anything could happen. So this was very long-winded talk, you guys, and it almost feels wrong to go into analytics from here, but I'm going to because I always do weekly analytics review. So hopefully this insight gives you something to grab onto, to feel passionate about, to jump in and use your own voice and be who you are on your YouTube channel. And don't look at the pop stars and think, why them and not me? Think, they can do it, I can do it. That's their version, this is my version. I'm going to show up in my way. I am going to burn bright with my light, and people, my tribe, my crowd will come to me and they will love it, and we will be able to help each other grow. So that is the conclusion of this long-winded story, and I hope it inspires you in some way. But now let's jump into my screen and do the analytics for the week. Okay, guys, so here we are in my weekly review chart that I always show you guys. This week, everything is down. Everything has been going down for the past month. And you know what? I realized what it is. I have stopped following my own freaking advice. And I didn't realize it. I was so enamored by the community. I was so excited about the community that I just started making videos for the community. You know, like their questions, I made answers with videos, you know, and I was so excited about like helping the people that were my followers. What I was ignoring was I was stopped doing the trending videos. So when school started back at the beginning of August, I stopped doing trending videos and I got really busy and I didn't have the time to research trending videos and post them like within the next day or two. It was just, that was not something I could do at that time when I was adjusting back to the school life, all the activities, you know, managing everyone and getting them back on track. So I stopped doing the trending videos. The last trending video I did was August 10th. And that is when everything has started to decline with regards to subs and like watch time and stuff like that. But I don't think it's bad. I mean, yes, of course, subs matter, blah, blah, blah. And what I think is really exciting about this is now I get to really test my theory of my strategy of I was still doing three videos a week. I removed one ingredient, which was trending videos. And as you can see, the numbers have all gone down since I removed those trending videos, basically. I'm going to go back to putting trending videos every week. I'm going to start this week, and we're going to see how it turns around, if it turns around. And if it turns around, I really, truly believe that my theory or my strategy that I have been using to grow my channel does work, right? Although these numbers are down, I'm not, I don't know why. I'm just never disappointed about it. So far I've seen down and ups, and I imagine the more extreme the ups, the more extreme the downs can occur, right? So I do feel like that could happen, and this is happening because I changed my strategy unintentionally, but I did. My subscriber count right now is 8,367 at this moment that I'm looking. My views for this week were 11,000. My watch time hours were 876, down from 1252 last week. My average view duration is 430, down from 506 last week. My click-through rate is 3.9, down from 4.0 last week. Subs gained is 158. So subscribers gained is 158, where compared to last week, it was 364. The week before was 749, etc. And then let's see, impressions, 189,000. Estimated revenue for this week is quite low, 72.55 compared to previous weeks over 100. And RPM for this week is 762, which is about, it's not super low. Last week was 850. The week before was 715. So I feel like the 7+ range is normal for me. Okay, then we go into channel where I can actually show you, and I go to last 7 days. Here we go. So you can re-see all this stuff again in real time so that you know I'm legit and honest. So 876 watch time hours, 11.7 thousand views, 158 plus subscribers, estimated revenue 72.55 for this week. So if we go into see more, we can see a little bit more information. We can see impressions, 189,000, click-through rate, 3.9%, and you can see the top performing videos there. And then if we go to the chart that I usually like to show, which is the content, you can see new viewers was watching to 2,300 of my videos, and shorts 562, returning viewers 2,700, shorts 545, new subscribers 141 to videos, and shorts 0. Views on videos was 81% from videos and 18.7% from shorts. I did publish 4 videos this week and 3 shorts. Oh no, I did post 4 videos, that's right, because I posted that one when I felt so bad on Monday and posted another one to make up for it, which you don't need to do, you guys, obviously, because you can see my subscriber count is going, the subscribers gained is not improving with extra videos. So anyway, I did do 3 shorts this week, which is another strategy I learned about, and I will be telling you guys about that in future videos as well after I test it. I want to test it for a few weeks and see how it does, and then I will reveal that strategy. Okay, so impressions and how they led to watch time, you can see here. And then if I go down here, my browse is low. This is the lowest it's been in a while, and which I always say is that when my browse is high, my subs are high and my views are high and watch time hours are high. So my browse has declined quite a bit. It usually is about 80%, 90%, and it's 62 right now. I did have 1 remixes and 29 remix views. So that is fun. Then if we go into revenue, if you want to see revenue, here's $72.55 for the week. I was averaging before like $20 a day, and now it is going down. So as low as $6.76 on August 29th. So that's disappointing, but I'm excited because I want to implement my strategy again and follow my own advice and see what happens. So, and also with my whole journey that I was talking about earlier in this video, if you watched it, was that whole, like, I made it to a certain point, then I dropped down, and now I have to bring my A game and go back up. So that is where I'm at right now. And the last few weeks have also been hectic. Kids went back to school. Husband was traveling. I went on a quick mini vacation with my kids. I was sick. My kids were sick. It was just like a lot of stuff happening at once. So I'm not really surprised that things are dropping because I wasn't on my A game. But now I'm feeling energized again and I'm ready to go. So let's see what happens for the month of September, which I'm really excited to see when I'm able to reveal that to you guys. But yeah, so this is everything I think that you want to see. You can see the shorts revenue. I made 33 cents. Whoop, whoop. But yeah, and it was from, basically 2,000 views, I guess. Estimated revenue, 33 cents. Yeah, because I was 15 cents per 1,000 and I got about 2,000 views. Hey guys, please excuse the jump in sound, but I came to my desktop computer because I realized I forgot to show you my income statement for the month. And since it's the end of the month, I actually have a full month now of August of being on YouTube and my revenue and expenses to show you. So we can see here that in July, the total revenue for the month was $307.14. And the total revenue for August is $1857.37. There is one thing I just noted. This is in euros and the rest is in dollars. So of course this fluctuates, but okay. So I'm just going to put in about $12 here just to keep it and make it US dollars. 307 was the total revenue for July, and now August is 1857. I would say I'm winning, you guys. I would say I know I can't live off of 1857. Like, I need to make at least 2,000 a month to pay my bills, and that is after taxes. So I need to make more than this. I basically need to make double than this to survive, but it's a starting point and I think it is going in a good direction. And the way to rectify this is either making a course or double down and do double the amount of consulting that I'm doing. So right now I'm meeting probably about 6 clients a week, and I've discussed with my husband how I can do more. So right now I'm doing about 6, and that's averaging about this much income for the month. So 6 a week equals about this much income. And so I want to double this. So I need to do like 12 consulting calls a week in order to increase this number. Of course, this number has the 2 price rates I did. I did $60 per hour, and now I'm doing $75 per 50 minutes, which is basically an hour, but gives me a little bit of time in between to kind of gather my thoughts and whatnot. So of course, this is a mix of $60 and $75 an hour. So September will just be $75 an hour. So there won't be that mix. So it might be a little different, but I have worked it out numerically to be 12 meetings a week in order to get to my goal of that, if that is the only income I'm having, right? I'm not including affiliates or anything like that, or I want to write a course and stuff like that. So that is what I would need to do to meet my bottom line of paying the bills and not having anything left over to save or anything like that, but pays all the bills that we need to pay to survive in this household. So I need to double that. But anyway, here are all the fees. I didn't pay for Canva this month, so MailChimp was 18, Calendly was 12, Video Ranking Academy, which I will be paying all year basically, is 100 a month. PayPal fees was 62. So the money that I earned here, the fees that they took out of that was $62.05. So total expenses for this month was $192.05. And then the gross income for the month was $1,857, which you see up here, minus all these fees was what, $1,665.91. And then after tax, I'm doing a tax rate right now of about 20% because I haven't made, if you're under 18,000 a year as an entrepreneur, solopreneur, you know, not a limited liability company, but just a solo entrepreneur, it's about between 17 and 20% in Finland for making under 18,000 a year. So since I'm making under 18,000 a year, I put a 20% tax rate. And in later videos, I will go into like all the fees I owe for the month, including like healthcare tax and all of that stuff that, you know, I need to pay as well. But I'm just doing super basic right now for you guys. So this is kind of the in and the out and the result. So I ended the month with $1,332.73. Of course, I need to translate this to euros, but for me, that's a win because last month it was 146. So you guys, I'm very proud. I'm very excited. And if this continues at this rate and I get better and better, I think it will. Of course, there is a cap to consulting and because it's trading time for money, but I am really excited about the consulting and it's really fun to coach people through YouTube and I'm really enjoying it. So I do see myself continuing this for a long time. So that's where I am. And I just wanted to show you this and sorry if it's changed the voice or the audio, but now I want to jump into actually showing you the affiliates because I realized I've never shown you Amazon KDP. So if you're interested in that, if I go into Amazon KDP, this is what I see for the royalties that I made for last month, which was August. And I sold, looks like 2 books. This one and this one. So there was 2 books sold August 5th around and August 22nd or 6th and 22nd. And I know that is just from viewers because the previous months I've sold have been from family and friends. And this one is actually from, you know, people that are following my channel, which is nice. And I'm not really promoting my book, but I did want to show you what it looks like if you are in Kindle Direct Publishing. So here is my bookshelf. And here's the books I have. So I have a ebook of Journey Within and also a paperback book. You do need to upload those separately. They're a little bit different format for the ebook versus the paperback. That's why you need to upload them as separate books. They can't just take your paperback and make it an ebook. You need to upload them separately and the cover and everything. So this is what you would see if you had a bookshelf, and then you can go to reports and you can see, you know, what's happening. So this month it's only September 2nd and I have no sales, so no estimated royalties. Here you can see orders, 1 unit August 6th, 22nd. You could do, you know, I could make this longer, but, and it shows you like all these different things. So if you are interested in Amazon KDP, I love it. It's super easy to use. I don't market it though, so that's why my sales aren't so exciting. Okay, then I also wanted to go into vidIQ and show you what happened with vidIQ. So last month I had 11 signups, 85 clicks on my vidIQ links, and I had 1 conversion, which resulted in $30 US basically. And then if we go to current month, I've had 4 clicks. So it's September 2nd, 4 clicks and no conversions and 0 earnings. So just to show you that. And then if you look down here, it says the associate is entry level, influencer 20%, and ambassador 25%. So earn 15% lifetime commission for making 0 to 10 sales, earn 20% lifetime commission for making 11 to 50 sales, and earn 25% lifetime commission for making 51 to 300 sales. So the more you sell, the more percentage you make with commission. So that's nice about vidIQ. Okay, what else did I want to show you? Here is my commission right now for Sean Cannell's course. I have sold 8 people have converted and bought his course, but the earliest someone bought it was August 4th. So I believe there is a 30-day trial within his course, so you can return it or cancel. So I have to wait past that. So once maybe September 4th, I will start to see commissions coming in from there, which I'm really excited about because I have no idea what they are. I haven't researched it. So we'll see how much it is, but I know his course is expensive. So it would be nice, even if it was just like 10% of that, it would be great. So anyway, we'll see that soon. And I think that was all of the affiliates I wanted to show you. I do have ScreenPal affiliate, but it's not doing anything, and I don't think it will ever make me money because the free version is perfect, is what I'm using now. And so I don't think anyone will really buy that. But I just wanted to show you guys this. Let's see, anything else I'm missing. ScreenPal. Oh, Amazon affiliates. I did sign up for Amazon affiliates. Well, I signed up a while ago, but I started adding things in. So let me show you. In my description, this weekend, I went hardcore and decided to start posting in my videos. I'll just go to content, find this video, and show you that I have updated, scroll down, my description post. And now I have put in a bunch of things like how to work with me, one-on-one consulting with a link, which by the way was turned off accidentally. So if any of you tried to do it, because I noticed, I was like, wait, people aren't signing up for my consulting all of a sudden. It was like really weird. So I usually get like 2 a day. If you want to know, I get about 2 a day requests for consultation. And so I guess accidentally I had turned it off. So it was not working. So I wasn't getting any consultation. I was like, what is going on? But anyway, I turned it back on. So if any of you guys tried, it's back on now. Free guides and tools. So new YouTuber checklist. This is like if you join my email tribe, then you get this new YouTuber checklist. And then I also put it again here, join the email list to be the first to know about new courses and offerings. So this is actually explicitly saying email list. This is just a starter checklist, but you go to the email list to get it. And then ScreenPal. So these are all free things. And then SEO tools, vidIQ, TubeBuddy, ChatGPT. I did just sign up for TubeBuddy to be an affiliate for TubeBuddy. So I should actually check if TubeBuddy has made anything. Let me check that out real fast. Okay, so here we are inside TubeBuddy's affiliate center. So clicks, I've had 0. I just posted this weekend, so I'm not surprised. So August 0 and 0. Projected 000. So here's my affiliate link. So it's pretty easy to use. It was super easy to sign up with TubeBuddy. It took like 2 seconds. So I think they're a great affiliate to have. So I have added them as an affiliate in here. So hopefully I will make some income on that. But then I also went into Amazon and I was like, what could I sell on Amazon that I know people are asking for? And people are asking for what mic I use all the time. So this is the mic that I use. It's Yeti Blue. And if you click this link, it takes you to my Amazon affiliate page. Or it has a special code that if you buy this or anything on Amazon after that, once clicking on this, then I will get a percentage of your sales, a commission off of that. So that is the Blue Yeti mic. I did an external drive Seagate portable. This is what I use to save all my video files. So I put a link for that. And then there's also a bigger version. So this is a cheaper version. This is a more expensive version, but I use the 1 terabyte. And then my husband was like complaining that this is old school and that I should offer SD cards instead. So maybe I update that. But the phone stabilizer, I don't use this, but so many people that are interested in walking videos should get one of these. It is this, the gimbal, and I think it's really great product to have if you want to go for a walk. I'm super simple, don't want to spend any extra money, so I haven't, but I mentioned that it's under 90. And then lighting, I did some research on some cheap lighting through Sean Cannell's website because I think he really knows what he's talking about, and I'm recommending something that they recommended to me as a student of Sean Cannell's tribe. So this is something, a lighting box set. And then courses I recommend, of course, the 1000 sub challenge with my teacher and Video Ranking Academy paid program. So people can click both of those to learn more about that. And then I've also added book recommendations and books that I love. The Fear Bubble, Battle Ready, There's No Plan B for Your A Game, Chimp Paradox, and some stuff like that, just to have other additional things, sources of revenue. If people click on Amazon, any of these things they click on anything they buy thereafter will go to my commission. So that's great. And so I wanted to have some more stuff in my description that I could possibly make money off of while I'm waiting to kind of get things to pick up. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So let me go into my Amazon affiliates. Okay, guys, so now I'm in my Amazon accounts. And what is really cool, I didn't get any commissions or bounties from it, but on August 29th, I had 476 clicks on my Amazon products. So I posted them, let's see, what is the date right now? Yeah, I was working on this, it wasn't that long ago though. Oh, 29th, yeah. Yeah, so I worked on it around this time at the end of the week last week after I posted my 3 videos for the week. I was like, I determined to get my Amazon stuff going. And so when I've already had 476 clicks, which is awesome. So that means people are actually clicking on the links. They might not be buying anything yet, but they're clicking on them. So that does show me that it is working, that people are clicking on it, and it could possibly lead to potential income. So that's really exciting. And obviously I need to submit more tax information. I do believe that Amazon Associates is very intimidating. It is a little bit more work to set up. Like, I want to have an Amazon storefront and just have everything in one space where you can go to my Amazon storefront and look at all my products that I recommend and click on them there. But in order to do that, you need to be at a certain level with your YouTube channel or your social media platform, which they say is about 1,000, but I tried to sign up and it wouldn't let me. So I don't really know. I need to look into more detail about that. But in the meantime, I have a bunch of links in my videos so I can take advantage of Amazon affiliates at the moment. So anyway, I just wanted to jump back in the computer, guys, and show you more stuff that I forgot to show you because I was just so in my head about the woo-woo stuff and getting over that vulnerability that I forgot to share the most important part of the analytics with you guys for this week. So anyway, hope it's good. And sorry again for any audio changes throughout this video, but just getting the stuff out there. And that is also something I want to say. It's okay to be scrappy sometimes. Like, just get it done, get the value out there, get people will watch if they find it valuable, and they will see past your hiccups or your mistakes. So just do it. As I always say, just do it. Okay. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate you. Have a great week.